Genshin Impact just fired up the signal flare because version 6.7 banner information is finally starting to take shape, and there's a lot to break down. New characters are preparing to enter the spotlight, familiar favorites are making their return, and the current meta could be heading toward a major shift. But the banners are only part of the story. We're also looking at new expansions, fresh environmental additions, and updates that stretch all the way into version 7.0 and beyond. So let's go through everything carefully and see exactly what could be waiting around the corner. Before diving deeper into version 6.7, let's quickly recap what is happening during Phase 2 of version 6.6. The Lehen and Mavuika banners are confirmed to go live on June 10th. While nothing has been officially announced regarding the 4-star lineup, the current rumors point toward Bennett, Mika, and Xiangling being featured as the raid-up characters. Now, let's move on to the main attraction, version 6.7. According to official information, the patch will introduce the brand new character Sandrone. She is a Cryo Claymore user who functions primarily as an on-field DPS while also offering a small amount of off-field utility. Her kit reportedly revolves heavily around charged attacks, and some early comparisons have already started placing her in the same conversation as Neuvillette, although with a much more aggressive playstyle. Her elemental burst is also expected to deliver extremely high nuke damage, making her one of the most anticipated additions in the upcoming patch. Now, let's talk about the reruns. The first expected rerun belongs to Citlali. Her rerun is often associated with Mavuika, and since Mavuika is already receiving a rerun during Phase 2 of version 6.6, seeing Citlali show up here doesn't come as much of a surprise. Next up is Columbina, who originally debuted back in version 6.3. Historically, major Archon-level characters tend to receive their first rerun around 4 or 5 patches after their initial release. Based on that pattern, a Columbina rerun during version 6.7 feels perfectly positioned and right on schedule. The final rerun candidate is Raiden Shogun. She has gone through the entire 6th X cycle without receiving a single rerun banner, and considering that Raiden reportedly has direct synergy with Sandrone, her return at this point would make a lot of sense. Because of that connection, her appearance shouldn't come as a major shock to anyone following recent leaks. Alongside the main banners, a Chronicled Wish banner is also expected to run throughout the patch. This banner will reportedly feature older characters who are receiving Stellar Superconduct compatibility updates. The rumored lineup currently includes Chi-Chi, Yemiko, Sino, and Riotously, potentially accompanied by their signature weapons as well. Now here's the part that almost nobody seems to be talking about. At this stage, it's looking increasingly likely that version 6.8 simply won't happen. The old livestream code, Snezhnaya 202600812, practically spells it out. The date points directly toward August 12th, which lines up almost perfectly with the expected launch window for version 7.0. If that date holds true, there would be virtually no room left in the schedule for a version 6.8 patch to exist. This situation mirrors what happened last year when the Nodcry code appeared and effectively confirmed the release timing of version 6.0. The difference this time is the community reaction. While many players are excited about reaching an entirely new region sooner than expected, very few seem to be discussing what could be lost in the process. Skipping version 6.8 would mean losing an entire patch cycle worth of rewards. Traditionally, that final patch includes a map expansion along with both permanent and limited time events. Those additions play a major role in helping players stockpile Primogems before a major regional update arrives. Without that extra patch, there could be a noticeable drop in overall Primogem income leading into version 7.0. Speaking of version 7.0, current leaks point toward 2 brand new characters arriving with the launch of Snezhnaya. The first is expected to be a 5-star Anemo male DPS character. Originally, many players believed Pantalone would fill this role, but newer information suggests that he may instead be replaced by a different Snezhnaya character. This new 5-star Anemo male unit is expected to introduce the Stellar Swirl reaction and further expand the growing Stellar reaction system. The second new character is expected to be a 5-star tall female DPS, although her element remains completely unknown for now. Together, These two characters are currently expected to become the first playable representatives of Snezhnaya when version 7.0 officially launches. As for the reruns in version 7.0, Zibai and Ineffa appear to fit naturally into those slots. Zibai originally ran alongside Columbina in version 6.3 and remains one of the most sought-after characters among many players. Meanwhile, the arrival of the new Stellar Conduct mechanics could make Ineffa an especially valuable rerun choice thanks to her strong off-field electro application and potential synergy with the upcoming systems. Trying to predict banner schedules beyond that point starts becoming increasingly speculative, but there is still a huge amount of information circulating regarding the characters expected to appear throughout the Snezhnaya arc. According to recent leaks, most of Snezhnaya's 5-star male characters will use the tall male model. We're talking about the same adult height category occupied by Tartaglia, Zhongli, and Neuvillette. Not short characters, not youthful designs, but tall and imposing adult figures. This is something a large portion of the community has been requesting for quite some time, and the overall reaction to that information has been overwhelmingly positive. The leaks also suggest that Snezhnaya will introduce 5 tall female 5-star characters. After several regions that leaned more heavily towards shorter or younger-looking character designs, having 5 tall female 5-stars within a single region would represent a significant shift in direction and a noticeable change in the overall roster balance. There's also one more important detail worth keeping an eye on. The version 6.7 special program livestream is currently scheduled for June 19th. If HoYoverse follows its usual pattern, that stream won't just give us an official look at the upcoming patch. It could also serve as our first glimpse at the future beyond Nod Cry. Traditionally, major live streams around this point in the cycle are followed by character teasers introducing some of the first playable faces from the next region. That means once the broadcast wraps up, we could see another teaser drop shortly afterward, potentially revealing the first wave of upcoming Snezhnaya characters and giving players their earliest look at what version 7.0 has in store. And that wraps up the current roadmap for version 6.7 along with everything that appears to be waiting just beyond the horizon. New characters are preparing to take center stage, major reruns are lining up behind them, and the road to Snezhnaya is beginning to come into focus. The months ahead are shaping up to be anything but quiet. Make sure you're ready when these updates arrive because the pace of new information is only accelerating from here. If you want to stay updated on every leak, reveal, banner change, and upcoming development, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so nothing slips past you. Thanks for watching all the way through. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.
All right, now we're talking.